Good evening, guys. I tried a serious face then. I better smiling, I think. Anyway, guys, welcome back to Storyteller's Corner, and thank you for joining me. And we're going back to our little village of Willowmere, and this is chapter 6, and it is called The Secret of a Wooden Bird. The little wooden bird sat in the middle of the table at Clara's cottage, surrounded by the most curious group Willowmere had ever gathered. Arthur wore his serious inventor's expression, just like me. Thomas wore his thoughtful gardener's expression. I can't do a gardener's expression. Must get them weeds pulled up. Molly wore a something exciting is definitely happening to happen expression, and Pip simply looked hungry. Do you think we should investigate? Molly asked. Arthur looked at the tiny message. Find the beginning. Absolutely, she said. Thomas smiled. I knew you would say that. Why? Because you have always loved a puzzle. Arthur pointed at him. You have already pretended not to, Thomas laughed. Perhaps we both know each other too well. Clara placed a plate of honey cakes on the table. Before anyone could go searching for mysteries, beginnings, everyone should eat. Nobody argued. Even the wooden fox seemed interested in the cakes. After breakfast, they began examining the bird. Arthur carefully turned it over. The craftsmanship was remarkable. Can you tell me who made it? Clara asked. Arthur smiled. Oh, I know who made it. Everyone looked at him. Thomas. Thomas looked surprised. Me? Arthur pointed to the carving. This tiny mark you used to put it on everything you built. Thomas picked up the bird gently. I did. He looked at it for a long moment, but I don't remember making this. You don't remember? Molly asked. Thomas shook his head. No, I don't. The room began to quiet. Then perhaps, Clara said softly, we need to find the beginning. So we returned to the old garden, the place where Thomas had once lived, the place where forgotten memories had begun to return. They searched everywhere, under the trees, inside the shed, behind the old stone wall, but nothing appeared. Pip sat on the grass. Maybe the beginning isn't a place. Everyone turned. What do you mean? Molly asked. Pip shrugged. Maybe it's a story. Arthur smiled. Very clever. Pip looked pleased. I have my moments. Thomas looked at the wooden bird again. A story. Then suddenly he stood. Of course. What is it? Clara asked. Thomas walked quickly towards the oldest tree in the garden. A huge oak stood at the very back, its branches stretching towards the sky. When I was a boy, Thomas said, Arthur and I made a promise here. Arthur frowned. I don't remember that at all. Thomas smiled. You wouldn't. You were too busy building something. Arthur looked offended. I was probably building something important. You were building a machine that dropped acorns into a bucket. Arthur paused. Well, that's important. Everyone laughed. Thomas placed his hand against the tree. We promised that no matter where life took us, we would always find our way back. A small breeze moved through the branches. Then something fell from the tree. A tiny wooden box. Molly picked it up. There's a symbol on it. The same willow tree. The same carving as Elsie's box. Arthur carefully opened it. Inside was another letter. This one was written by a much younger Thomas. Dear Elsie, if you ever find this, it means you have forgotten where the path begins. The beginning is not the first step you take. It's the first person who believed in you. Everyone was silent. Thomas looked confused. Elsie? Clara gently folded the letter. She was looking for someone. Arthur looked towards the hills. Someone who helped her begin. At that moment the wooden bird began to glow faintly. A tiny sound came from inside it, a soft little melody. Tommy's eyes widened. I know that song. Who sang it? Molly asked. Thomas's voice began quiet. My sister sang that song. Everyone turned. You had a sister? Clara asked. Thomas nodded. Yes. He looked at the hills. Her name was Lily. The name seemed to linger in the air. What happened to her? Pip asked gently. Thomas looked down. She left Willowmere many years ago. Why? Thomas took a breath. Because she believed she had no place here any more. Arthur looked saddened. And Elsie? She was Lily's closest friend. The mystery was growing. Elsie had not lost a thing. She had been searching for a person from the past, a person who had never truly left their heart. Then the wooden fox suddenly ran to the garden gate. It barked. Everyone followed. Standing there was a woman holding a small suitcase. She looked older, kind and familiar. The wooden bird's song grew louder. Thomas froze. Lily? The woman smiled. Hello, Thomas. For a moment the old world seemed to stop. Then Thomas walked forward slowly. You came home. Lily nodded yes. She looked at the garden, and I think I finally found the beginning. And there you go, guys. That's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Join me for chapter 7 Friday evening, and it is called The Woman Who Came Home. So there we go, guys. But in the meantime, tomorrow morning we're going back to our Victorian scandal in high society, in our story between duty and desire, and it is chapter 24, and it is Whispers in London. Whispers in London. Whispers in London. Oh, don't shout. Whispers in London, guys. That's what it's called, in duty and desire, between duty and desire. So join for that. Then we'll go back to the little village of Willowmere, Friday evening, to find out who's the woman who came home. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. God bless you all, and have a lovely evening. Bye bye now.